It's time to find out if this ECU has fixed this car. And like I said, this is its last chance. There is no way I'm putting any more time or effort into this car. If it does not work now, it's going straight to Copart. We have power. So, fingers crossed. Are you ready? I'm not. Hello and welcome back to Serious About Salvage and another video on the channel. And the car you can see in the background is the car we're working on today. Now today is judgment day for this car. This is going to be the last effort, last video, last attempt I have at getting this car running right. If it doesn't work after this, I promise you it's going straight to Copart as it is. I've had enough of it. I'm not willing to let it take up another spot in my garage any longer. It's got to go. So I think as we ended the last video on this car, I think I decided to get a replacement ECU for it. That has now returned. It's a second-hand unit, but it's been cloned in terms of immobiliser and stuff to my original ECU, shall we say. So this video is going to go one of two ways. It's going to be either very short and an absolute disaster, or it's going to work and then we can continue to put this car together and it will see another day with us. So let's just spin around and dive in, and we're going to find out very shortly what's going to happen with this Fiesta ST. Right then, Mr. ST. This is your last chance. Are you listening? So these are the ECUs. This is our old original one. Remember, we split it. I thought it had some water damage. It turned out to be just flux. People were saying that are in the know, so I'll take their word for it. So what I did in the end, I got a second-hand unit, pretty much identical part numbers. Part number and hardware number are the same. And basically got the immobiliser information cloned from my old one to my new one. So this in theory should work with this car, and we're going to find out if the misfiring was down to a fried ECU, because we've tried everything else that I'm willing to try on this car. I'm not willing to pull the engine apart to try and find an issue. I've done the basics. This is its last chance. After this, I cannot keep putting time and having a space in the garage into this car. I just haven't got the time to do it, basically. So we're going to put this ECU on. We're going to try and start it. If it misfires, it's getting turned off, the bonnet's getting shut, and it's going to Copart, I promise you. If it runs correctly, we will continue, put the wing and the headlight back on, drag it forwards, give it a wash and decide where we're going to go next with it, because there's bits and pieces that need attention on this car. I don't know how far I want to go with it right now. So I've given it the best chance I can. I've charged the battery, although that doesn't mean it's going to work. It looked like it would take in charge, but it's been here that long, it's been sat that long, it could just be knackered. So all there is to do is put you on a stand, put this ECU back in, put the battery in, press the start button and hope for the best. It's as simple as that. I'm not holding my breath, I'll be honest with you, but you never know. It might work and it might not. So let's get on with it. Let's get it together and finally find out and put this car to rest. Fingers crossed. Right, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. So all together, I think we've got power because I heard some buzzing and stuff when I connected the battery. So it's time to find out if this ECU has fixed this car. And like I said, this is its last chance. There is no way I'm putting any more time or effort into this car. If it does not work now, it's going straight to Copart. We have power. So, fingers crossed. Are you ready? I'm not. Oh my God. It's not misfiring. It's not misfiring. Are you joking? Is this real? It's not misfiring, it's perfectly smooth. What the hell? Let's move it forward. It's not misfiring. Brakes don't sound right good. I cannot believe it. It's not misfiring. It's running right. Oh, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. It's running right. It's not misfiring. It's definitely not misfiring. It's a bit... That clicking's coming from the fuel rail. The engine sounds sweet. Oh my God. I'm gobsmacked. I'm seriously gobsmacked. I did not really think that was going to work. And to think I almost give up on this car. And we put a £40 ECU in, and it's cost me, I think, about another £40 to have it cloned, £80, and I've got it running. Unbelievable. I can't believe it, honestly, cannot believe it. Yeah, that's smooth as out, that. Wow. I don't know what to say. You're going to have to give me a few minutes. I'm going to come back shortly. Let it warm up a bit. But I honestly don't believe it. I don't believe that it's running right. After all the trouble we've had with it. Unbelievable. Ah, well guys, she's still running. So that's a good thing. And the engine is sounding really good. The clicking noise is the injectors. Whether that's normal or not, I don't really know. But what you do have to bear in mind is the engine cover isn't on, so that will probably quiet them down a bit. But yeah, she sounds great. Rev her up a bit. Yeah. All seems to be pretty good. So I think the best thing for us to do now... Oh, the plates are there. That helps. I don't remember much about this car. I just noticed the date on the window is from March. That shows how long we've had it. So I think, yes, the thing we should, excuse me, what we should do now is track it up, get this wheel off, we'll fit the splash guard, we'll fit the wing that I've already got, and the headlight, and then it's time to make a decision what I want to do. And in all honesty, I'm leaning towards finishing it. I had contemplated Just getting it running and sending it out the door, letting someone else have a project. But I think we've done the hard work now. Why don't we just finish it off? I would like to get a new bumper skin for the front because of this little bit that's missing there. The bonnet needs paint. I'm not too sure about the roof yet because I remember there's some marks here. I want to get a buffer on that. It wants a new lens in the back bumper and then a good buff on this corner. I think most of that's going to come out. I have just found a split in the rear spoiler, which I don't really know what I can do about that. Even bonding it back together, you're going to see it. And it is a bit loose already, so perhaps we need to find a spoiler. And then it wants definitely front tyres. In all honesty, that one feels like it's got plenty on it. That one's nearly new. Alright, so it wants a set of front tyres. And then do we think about getting the wheels refurbed and making it mint? I'm not too sure, because like I said, this is low mileage, 28,000 miles and a 16. So yeah, let's just get these three pieces in. Let's get these three pieces back on, give it a wash, and then make a decision at the end of this video what we're going to do going forwards with the car. But I can't believe it. I'm so glad that it's running. I really didn't want to send it to Copart as it was because I thought I'd probably get a bit stung on it. But over the moon. Let's get it put back together and make a decision. Alrighty then, there we go. It's back together and looking like a car. That wing that I got is great condition. It's the same colour, so quite happy with that. Really happy with the gap between the door and the wing. The bumper and wing gap isn't the best, but like I said, we do have damage to this bumper and it is a bit misshaped. It's perfectly usable and presentable, and it'll look better washed. But to be right and to be mint, it does really want a skin. So the bumper needs to settle a little bit around here as well. That really should be in there, just that little bit. But because it was hanging off this side, it's just misshaped a little bit. We have this bit of bonnet damage. Wants painting. I'll tell you what's going to be the best thing now. I'm going to give it a wash and then we'll go over it again and see what kind of condition the rest of it is. It's that dirty, it's thick with dust. But, you know, it's minging. So I'll run it outside, I'll wash it over, and then I'll bring it back in. We'll look round it and finish off this video and think about what we're going to do with it. Right guys, well there we are. It's all cleaned. No, it's not clean. It's had a bucket of soapy water thrown over it and a bit of a wipe down to get the dust off, just so we can see if there's any more issues. And there isn't really, it's only what we already know. I'm going to run through them, what I think needs attention. So we'll start with this spoiler. The spoiler, like I said, has got a big split there and there, and it's loose on this side. I don't think a repair is going to make that. You could glue it down like that, don't get me wrong, but I think you're still going to see the crack. So I would be wanting to put a new spoiler on it. The rear bumper, I think, is totally fine. Most of that's going to buff out there, if you can even see it. And then a rear lens is easy to change, they're only a reflector. So bumper I'm perfectly happy with. We know there's probably issues with the wheels. They're not atrocious by any means and they're usable, but if you want a nice car, the wheels want refurbing. It wants 2 new tyres on the front. I'm not happy with this front bumper, although again, you see it going down the road, you'd never notice that little bit on the corner missing. But again, if you're making it right, because of this here, it really wants a skin, bumper skin doing. The most critical thing on the whole car is this bonnet wants painting, because that's pretty bad, that. And I think that's it. It's all in all, it's actually a really good looking car. Now it's been washed, it just wants a good polish all over and it'll really, really shine, this car. So impressed, actually, impressed with it. And I've been having to think about these injectors as well. See, it wants a bit of a polish on the roof there. See them marks? They will come out then, no problem. Yeah, these injectors being a bit noisy. Do we think it's possibly got some bigger injectors in it? Would that make it a little bit more noisy? I'll start it up again, because the engine noise is perfectly fine. The engine sounds sweet. It's just the injectors are a bit clicky. The engine cover's on, bonnet's shut. Can you hear it? I'm not too sure what you can hear. But yeah, it's definitely injectors, because when you rev it up and it's down rev, they're silent, because obviously it's not putting any fuel in. And they speed up when you rev it, but then stop until it's caught up with itself and started putting fuel back in. So it's 100% injectors, it's just why they're a bit noisy. So if any of you guys, so they went quiet again for a second then, and then started as it went off cold start, raised idle. So yeah, people, anyone out there who's put bigger injectors in a Fiesta ST, let me know if that's why they're noisy. We'll probably find out when I get on the road with it, but I ain't hitting the road with them front tyres on, because the slicks, if I got pulled over, that's 6 points straight away. So I'm not doing that, it's a stupid idea. So the question is, do we let it go as is to someone as a bit of a project for them to decide how far they want to go with it, or do we continue and we put it, right? Put your answers in the comments, basically. Let me know what you think of, like I said, the injectors being noisy, whether they're upgrading injectors, and number 2, whether to move it on as it is or put the extra money into it and hopefully recoup it in the end with what will be an immaculate 28,000 mile 2016 Fiesta ST2 once we've done all the bits. So like I said, I'd refurb the wheels, new tyres, get the bonnet painted, replace the bumper skin, polish the whole car, rear bumper lens, and replace the spoiler, and the car would be spot on. Really nice Panther metallic black. So yeah, the question is put to you guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll make a decision and I'll let you know soon. But it's running, and that is the main thing. It's running, and it's running good. I can't believe it still. I'm still a bit shocked. I didn't believe it would help changing the ECU, but it has. So wow, yes, I'm so glad we can finally get somewhere with this car. So yes, we've got a running ST, running good as well. So we're going to call it a day there for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed making it. It's put me in a good mood. I know the engine's good. It's a big relief. Let's push, decide what to do with it, and get it finished and out the door. So as always, thank you very much for watching my videos. Massively appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe and a big thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.